long shot. Jackpot, 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 jackpot. Riding around the block, shooting those shots.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Showtime Satch, and today we are back with another episode of the Satchmoe Show. And guys, it has been a long time waiting. Almost too long. So I think it's been about 2 years since the episode of Satchmoe Show has aired. I know I got loyal fans, though. You'll all be here watching it. So I'm thankful to have you guys on the ride with me. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and talk about it. This is ESFL 151, the debut of UFC 5. There's a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We can go ahead and talk about the ESFL roster. So with the new game, a lot of changes, and there's a lot of returning guys. Guys to note on the Xbox side, we're going to start with that. That's my forte. Zayaf is coming back, and he will be competing on Xbox. Kezala, who we have an interview with later in this video, so stay tuned for that. Fatinator, Trixie, Dave, these are all elite title, at least contenders. Dave was not a champion, but the rest of these guys were all champions at some point or another. However, there's a lot of guys that are not returning. Top of the list, I have Suave Jamie. Obviously, who could forget? One of the most elite strikers we saw in this game with the Conor McGregor. He's not come back. B3 Bang, I have hearing reports that he got married in Vegas and retired. So community sad, we're going to miss him, Bang. But he was a big fan of the show. Hopefully he tunes in for this one. Maybe not. Blake, Tyler. I mean, these are legends of the game, and they are not returning, at least for Season 1. So we'll have to see where it lands. And also KM Caliber. I'm not sure what the word is on him. I know he's still active in the community, but he was not listed on the first roster. And most importantly, me. I didn't make it. Now, I don't know what box I didn't tick. I'm going to get into it a little bit. Come on, this is my show. I got to talk about me for a second. Let's talk about the fact that a guy named Bone doing work. Now, I know Bone. I've known this cat for... Go look at my first UFC video. It is me fighting a legend, and it is Bone doing work. That is not cap. That is the title of the video. It's been that way for years. I beat him like 4 years ago when I was a Division 10. This guy is 0-5 in prime time on unaired fights. He's fighting in the underground circuit, getting knocked out, man. And it is bamboozling me how a guy like this slipped through the cracks. We spoke with Double Mad about it. He said he got some good suggestions. So if I just get 5 guys together and suggest that Stevie Wonder should make the ESFL roster, will he do it? I just got to say that I think there's a level of corruption to this. We got to look into this as a league and think about what we're doing here. I mean, absolutely insane. Let's talk about me. I was on the roster at the year's end. I finished the year with a W on Camp Wars. Electrify, who can forget? Bang, bang.
Oh, but a beautiful pivot right there. Oh, he connects. He's got him against the cage. Big drop. Bang, bang, bang.
What a knockout. 2-0 on the exhibition cards for UFC 5. Not much more to be said. We'll move on. It's my show, but it's not about me. We'll move on. PS4 rosters. Notable guys coming back that, I just peeked through roster. Obviously, Romero. Then an analyst, destined guy. Great mind. A great fighter. Ed Parker, elite. Word Life, got Leon Stoles, who I believe is a new head manager for B3, now that Bang Bang has left. And the notables I noted not returning was the headliner, ESFL 150, Nas, who is the TikTok GOAT, and GOAT 1099, who's the GOAT, because he won that match. But so that's the PlayStation champion, is not going to be returning, so that belt is currently vacant. And talking about the belts, there are early reports coming in that they're not going to do a tournament style to start the year off. So if we remember the rest of the seasons, they would do a big tournament, maybe 8, 16 guys. They'd all compete for the title, and the winner would walk home with the belt. Now, they're not doing that from what I hear as an insider. I'm hearing reports that they're not even going to have an inaugural champion. They're going to wait about 3 weeks and crown a championship fight and do it kind of like a BCS Bowl style a way to play. Now, me personally, I understand the PlayStation side, GOAT 1099's not there. They don't want to do the tournament, whatever. But Fatinator never lost the title. ESFL 149. Now, I'll admit, it was a tainted title. If we cannot forget that Caliber got disqualified for that match. A lot of fishy stuff went on, but Fatinator walked out there with the gold around his waist. And how do you not let him continue to hold the championship? He's on the roster. He's ready to play. He's the champion. Now, if I was Fatinator, I would walk in that door and I said, listen, either I'm the champion or you're going to kick me out the league because, dude, I have the belt. The lineal champion is here. What are we talking about? I'm not fighting for the title. It's my title. Now, that's the way I'd go about it. I might be a little more ostentatious than he is, but that's all we got to do with that. And now, guys, very special. Here is the interview with the one, the only Kezala. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Showtime Satch, and today we're here with the interview, man. The one, the only, Keza Law, the most entertaining fighter in UFC 4 and now UFC 5. How you doing, Mr. Keza?
I'm doing fine, mate. Excited for the ESFL season. Excited for the Satchmoe Show coming back. It's been a long, long while.
Has been a while, man, and who better to open the series up than with you? Mr. Keza, I have a question for you. What do you what do you think about the contenders this year versus last year? Has the pool gotten better or worse?
I think there is less elite players, but the elite players are better than what they were back then in UFC 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, you're missing Blake, Jamie, a couple of other names, but you've got guys like Fad who are, in my opinion, maybe better than they ever were in 4. More dominant, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's the evolution of sport, right? As the sport goes on, players normally get better. However, guys like Jamie and Blake Tyler, just kind of resting away in the shadows, overlooking. We'll see how that goes on. Now,
they'll be back.
They'll be back. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. December 14th, 2021. Do you remember that date?
Not particularly. Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I'll ring your bells for you. Blake Tyler donned you as the real young prodigy. We're now in the year 2024. How are you going to prove this true, and how long until we see that gold wrapped around your waist?
How long? Season starts this weekend. Give it 3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks.
Whenever the first title shot is, I'll be there.
You'll be there? I don't doubt it, man. Like I said, nothing but great things have been happening for you. And finally, I have one last question. Now, past or present, who is your dream opponent? Who is the guy that, you go in the gym and you want to knock their head off?
Fad is my teammate, but I'd love to have a fight with him at one point. Yadar. And someone who's been backing around in the community a little bit recently after a long, long layoff, Kinetic. I don't know if he's in the roster, I haven't looked. But if he's around me, I'll happily take that fight.
Right. I haven't seen him since about 2020, so that'd be a great fight. Now, I'm trying to spin some wheels here. I'm trying to get some movement on the beat report. Zaya versus Keza. How do you see that one turning out?
30 seconds maybe at most.
30 seconds? Maybe a minute?
Might give him a minute, yeah.
Give him a minute. All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure. Do you have any final remarks before we end this interview?
Yeah. Make sure you tune in on Sunday to see me absolutely dominate whoever the ESFL give me.
All right. Sounds good, man. Thank you. Thanks for having you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I want to thank one more time Keza Law for providing me the interview. And before we go, I got something a little special, something a little fun for you guys. We're going to call this ESFL Bingo. So this what we're doing here is you have to pick what your bingo is going to be. Now, as you see, we have nine little things here, and if they all happen in a row, whatever row you call it, that's a bingo. And you have to predict it before the season starts. And the winner, I'll give you a kiss, I guess. Starting off, top left corner, Zayev competes on PlayStation. Obviously, we know this guy is a trans console guy. He likes to play a little Xbox, a little on PlayStation. So we can see that one happening. A move gets banned. This is simple. At the start of the year right now, there are no moves banned. If they decide to ban 50-50 back position or a rear naked choke, the move is banned. And that would mark off that bingo. Next is a post-fight hot mic. So all that needs to happen is someone gets knocked out, they knock someone out, and while they're streaming on the ESFL Live, they start talking shit. I don't care what they say. They start talking, mark that sucker down. That's part of the bingo. Under 30-second KO. Now, this has happened a couple times. I think Word Life had like a 9-second KO last year. But if there's an under 30-second KO, knock that sucker off. In the middle, I put bone gets cut, and I marked it as free. I'm just talking shit on this guy at this point. But if he ever gets cut from the roster, knock that puppy off. Player competitive ban. Someone gets banned for cheating, essentially. That's how you'd win that. An omoplata finish. Now, I think this is probably going to be the hardest one. I have never seen an omoplata in any UFC. If someone gets omoplata finish, you can knock that off. Finally, Suave Jamie comes back. This is something I could see happening for especially the end of the year. It might be a little risky to pick this because, it might not happen until the end of the season, but I think he'll definitely come back and want a shot at that title. And finally, a Ben Askren fighter pick. If one of the ESFL guys chooses Ben Askren in a match, then that's how we'll do it. So, guys, Leave in the comments below what you think is going to happen for the bingo. Oh, man, if I had to give it, I think I would go with Diagonal here. I think I see Zayaf on PlayStation, Bone getting cut, and then the Askren fighter pick. But let me know what you guys think. And that's all we have for you. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Satchmoe Show. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
I know that they sent me the prize, but I'm the chosen one. Victor Wembanyama, I'm a rhymer. Know that I heard what they say when they was out talking about me. That boy can't play, that boy can't rhyme. Well, go look inside.